Let's start. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny was minted during a time of significant change and innovation. As World War II raged on, the United States continued to adjust its use of critical materials. The previous year, pennies were made of zinc-coated steel to conserve copper for the war effort. However, in 1944, the US Mint returned to using copper for pennies for military ammunition. This unique composition gave the 1944 pennies a slightly different hue, which is one of the reasons these coins are so memorable. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse features the iconic wheat ears design, which was used on Lincoln pennies from 1909 to 1958. The D mint mark below the date signifies that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced over 430 million Lincoln wheat pennies in 1944. What makes the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny particularly intriguing is the context of its production. These coins were made from a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a return to the pre-war alloy. However, due to the use of recycled shell casings, some coins have subtle color variations that make them stand out. Collectors prize these nuances, and finding a well-preserved example is always exciting. Let's talk about value. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny's worth depends largely on its condition and rarity. In circulated condition, these coins typically range in value from 10 to 50 cents. However, uncirculated examples can command significantly higher prices. Coins in mint state condition, especially those graded M65 or higher, can sell for $5 to $20 or more. Exceptionally high-grade specimens or those with rare errors can fetch even higher prices. Speaking of errors, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny is known for some fascinating variations. One notable error is the D/S mint mark, where a Denver D was struck over a San Francisco S. These error coins are rare and highly sought after, with values that can reach hundreds of dollars depending on their condition. Other errors, such as doubled dies or off-center strikes, can also add significant value to the coin. If you're looking to add a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny to your collection, there are a few tips to keep in mind. First, always verify the authenticity of the coin and check for any errors that could enhance its value. Using a magnifying glass or loupe can help you spot mint mark anomalies or doubling. Second, store your coins properly to preserve their condition. Use coin holders or albums to prevent scratches and oxidation, especially for higher grade examples. Finally, consider having your coin professionally graded if you believe it's a high-value specimen. A certified grade can significantly enhance the coin's marketability and provide assurance to potential buyers. The 1944 Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history. Its connection to World War II, unique composition, and timeless design make it a fascinating collectible. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your coin collecting journey, this penny offers a tangible link to the past and a rewarding addition to any collection. Next up, the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny was minted in San Francisco during a pivotal time in US history. As World War II continued, the United States made adjustments to its use of critical resources. After producing zinc-coated steel pennies in 1943 to conserve copper, the US Mint returned to using copper in 1944. Interestingly, much of the copper used came from recycled shell casings collected from the war effort, giving these pennies a unique historical significance. This distinctive composition sometimes resulted in slight variations in color, which collectors find particularly intriguing. On the obverse of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny, you'll find the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse features the iconic wheat ears design, a staple of Lincoln pennies from 1909 to 1958. The S mint mark below the date indicates that this coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint, which produced over 282 million Lincoln wheat pennies in 1944. The composition of the 1944 penny is 95% copper and 5% zinc, consistent with the pre-war alloy. The use of recycled materials not only supported the war effort, but also added a layer of historical interest to these coins. While the design remained unchanged, the context of its production gives the 1944 penny a special place in the hearts of collectors. Let's talk about the value of the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. Its worth depends on its condition, rarity, and whether it features any errors. In circulated condition, these coins are generally worth between 10 and 50 cents. However, uncirculated examples can command significantly higher prices. Coins in mint state, MS-65 or higher, typically sell for $5 to $15. Exceptionally high-grade specimens or those with rare errors can fetch even higher prices, often exceeding $100. Errors and varieties add another layer of interest to the 1944 Lincoln wheat penny. One notable variety is the S over D mint mark error, where a San Francisco S was struck over a Denver D. These coins are rare and highly sought after by collectors, with values ranging from several hundred to over $1,000, depending on their condition. Other errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can also increase the coin's value. If you're looking to add a 1944 Lincoln wheat penny to your collection, here are a few tips. First, verify the coin's authenticity and check for any potential errors. A magnifying glass or loupe can help you identify mint mark anomalies or signs of doubling. Second, store your coin properly to preserve its condition. Use coin holders or albums to protect it from scratches and oxidation, particularly for uncirculated examples. Lastly, consider having your coin professionally graded if it's a high-value specimen. A certified grade can enhance its marketability and provide assurance to buyers. Next up, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny was minted during the final year of World War II, a time when the United States was making strides toward victory. Following the zinc-coated steel pennies of 1943, the U.S. Mint resumed using copper for pennies in 1944. These post-steel pennies were made unique historical connection. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny was produced at 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, no mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The reverse features the iconic wheat ears design, symbolizing prosperity and unity. This design was a mainstay on Lincoln's pennies from 1909 to 1958. The 1945 penny's composition is 95% copper and 5% zinc, consistent with the pre-war alloy. The recycled materials sometimes caused slight variations in color and texture, adding to the coin's charm. Let's discuss the value of the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. Its worth depends on its mint mark, condition, and any unique features or errors. In circulated condition, these coins typically range from 5 to 25 cents. Uncirculated examples are far more valuable, with prices ranging from $2 to $10 for coins in mint state 5 or higher, can command prices upwards of $20. Exceptional coins with rare qualities can fetch even higher prices. Errors and varieties add another layer of excitement to the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. Some notable errors include doubled dies, re-punched mint marks, and off-center strikes. These anomalies are rare and highly sought after by collectors, often commanding premium prices depending on their rarity and condition. If you suspect your coin might have an error, consider having it examined by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If you're interested in adding a 1945 Lincoln wheat penny to your collection, here are a few tips to keep in mind. First, verify the coin's authenticity and check for any errors using a magnifying glass or loupe. Second, store your coins properly to preserve their condition. Use coin holders or albums to protect them from scratches and oxidation, particularly for higher grade examples. Lastly, consider having your coin professionally graded if you believe it's a valuable specimen. A certified grade can significantly enhance its marketability and provide assurance to potential buyers. Next up, the 1945 D Lincoln wheat penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark below the date on the obverse side of the coin. This mint produced over 266 million Lincoln wheat pennies in 1945, making it a relatively common coin, but still highly collectible. These coins were part of a post-steel penny era, where copper was reclaimed from recycled shell casings used during the war effort. This practice not only conserved resources, but also added historical significance to these coins. The obverse of the coin features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. This design commemorates the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and remains one of the most enduring portraits in U.S. coinage. The reverse displays the classic wheat ears design, which symbolizes prosperity and unity, and was used on Lincoln pennies from 1958. The coin's composition is 95% copper and 5% zinc, consistent with pre-war standards. Subtle variations in tone and texture, stemming from the recycled materials, add character to these coins. The value of the 1945 D Lincoln wheat penny depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and the presence of any errors. In circulated condition, these coins are generally worth between 5 and 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples in mint state MS condition can command significantly higher prices, ranging from $2 to $10. High-grade specimens, especially those graded MS65 or higher, can fetch $15 to $25 or more. Exceptional examples, or error coins, may be worth considerably more. Speaking of errors, collectors are particularly interested in error coins from this period. The 1945D Lincoln Wheat penny is known for varieties such as repunched mint marks, RPMs, doubled dies, and off-center strikes. These errors add uniqueness and can substantially increase a coin's value. For instance, a well-preserved RPM error coin might sell for $50 or more, depending on its grade and demand among collectors. If you're looking to add a 1945D Lincoln Wheat penny to your collection, here are some tips. First, examine the coin closely using a magnifying glass or loupe to verify its authenticity and